Okay, now I see the live icon is there.
That is it.
Okay. Let me see.
Yep, it's live. I'm gonna.
Let me ask you this: you can hear me right now through YouTube, right?
Through the speakers. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna hang up my phone for a second.
Okay, good.
So I'm hanging up the phone so that way I'll go through my own YouTube on my phone through a different channel that I have.
Yep.
Speak up a little bit more.
All right, can you? Yeah, I need to adjust the volumes. Let me know. Is it good here?
I hear you loud now.
Okay, I'm actually gonna test it out a little bit more because I don't want to stand this close to the microphone the whole time. I'm gonna raise up.
Well, I think I had to put my gain. I had to put a little bit more onto my side, but.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't want to have too much feedback in there, anyways.
Am I too loud on my side, or how do you hear me? Okay.
You actually sound really good.
Okay.
Trying to see if I sound
better. Ay, güey, no me la pelas tan pronto.
Check. I know, right? Does your Focusrite have a little button that says pad? Like when you click it, it turns red.
Yeah, it's a red button itself.
Okay. Yeah, that one right there. I think that one you use that to, like, let's say your microphone gets a lot of feedback when you raise it.
Yeah, no, you could probably hear. It'll hear the Frankenstein stuff.
Yeah. No, I think you're good actually. I think.
Well, if I click that button, you're not going to hear anything though.
Oh, gotcha. Well, can you hear me now?
Like, I can hear you. If that button is off, I can hear you anyways. You just won't be able to hear me with this when I click this button off.
Oh, gotcha. But do I sound good here? Do I sound too far away or close? Or
to me on my headphones and everything, you sound perfect. So it's all good.
Oh, perfect. Okay, good. So this is a good distance for me.
I'm logging in now live. So. So there's the delay, obviously going from you talking right now.
Yep.
So I don't know if you want to just maybe go on a 10-second quick thing real quick, all right? On your own. I'm going to walk away on the YouTube to make sure that you sound good on YouTube.
Okay. Phone. Yeah, right now I'm going on my phone too, and I'm looking it up. And it's kind of strange how the picture is only like the dragon or whatever, but I need to figure out a way to actually put a picture of the program that we're going to do so that people who see it want to see that dragon there, which I think is pretty cool, but try to figure out where to go. Screen share. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, I can actually just share what's on my computer right now. Let me know if you can see that on your phone, man. I'm about to start sharing it.
Okay, I'm back.
What? That's awesome. Do you see it?
I do see you right now. Yeah, that's cool. Like, cause you're mirroring what you're showing me. What you're.
You see that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is how people do it then. I should hook up my Super Smash Brothers up to this.
Hey, wait. That little image right there looks like what you do whenever we were in Mexico and you were in the States. You would send us that virus to shut down.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that hurt my nuts. Oh, my nuts. Oh, my fucking god, my nuts. Oh, what the fuck was that?
Hey, wait, don't talk about your dad like that, dude.
Oh, my bad, dude. Oh, shit. I got a Charlie horse in my nuts. That's never happened before.
You're growing, you mean?
Yeah, I'm growing. Yeah. I'm growing. Dude, this is cool. It looks like just like that virus. Yeah, man, this is fucking awesome. Hey, this is a cool way to like just hang out, like a guide. Like if you need help with your computer, like just go to Google Hangout and
exactly.
That's a cool way of doing it.
It's all about, I guess, man. It's the same thing. I got the same thing at work too because we have an instant messenger thing there, and you can go live like between one of the person and another, like in a group thing, and that way you can see everything. So it's pretty cool, man. But I didn't realize how Google Hangouts was so easy, like stupid easy.
Yeah, it's. I guess we would have probably figured it out if we didn't even search for it. Like we would just been, hey, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
Like it would have been so easy.
This was just one of the newer updates. So I don't know how new, but that's what it was saying is one of the newer ones. So
okay.
Right now you're gonna be looking for the actual the poster, right? Is that what you're looking for? Or
I was just looking for Alexa Bliss, but yeah, I guess I need to focus now. Okay.
We need to probably go 30 minutes. What time is it you're gonna be over there?
Actually, I haven't talked to him yet. He texted me. We were supposed to go eat with my mom, but I think him and Adriana had other plans, and he messaged me a little too late, anyways. So I should be hitting him up. I don't think he's gonna be here at 4. He would have already let me know he's on his way, but he should be here definitely by 6, which is when it starts, right?
Right.
I'm actually surprised it starts like 6. I thought it was gonna start at 5 because
Thought so too.
the Royal Rumble is like a 5-hour event. Well, like I thought it was.
I don't think they're doing too many matches though. I mean,
That's true.
When I pulled
There's
up
only one title on the line.
When I pulled up one title, no, it's not. It's all of them.
Like aside from the
no, both women's, both men's, in the tag for SmackDown, but not the tag for Raw. Raw's tag team, I don't know what they're doing, man.
Oh, okay, I got my information wrong then.
The current match card, I'll tell you right now, the current match card, we have the Cruiserweights and the United States Championship match. That's kickoff. What I think is going to open up the show is going to be the tag match. And then from there, the SmackDown tag team match. And then from there, you'll go to either one of the women's. I think they're going to probably put the women's championship match first.
Okay.
Do you think that they're going to do the 30-man and 30-woman Royal back-to-back? I don't think they would, right?
No, I think they could. Last year, the women's Royal Rumble, I believe, was the last thing they showed. But then the men's Royal Rumble, I think that was like the thing that kicked it off, wasn't it?
Damn, I don't remember if it did.
I don't remember either, man. I should have actually watched it. One thing we need to do, we should watch the Royal Rumble. Like if we're gonna, whenever we do this for WrestleMania, hopefully we do this for WrestleMania. We should watch the previous WrestleMania and like do a podcast for it too, like a week before it or whatever, just to like freshen up on the storylines and everything, you know. Mm-hmm. We should have watched last year at Royal Rumble just on our own, anyways. But anyways,
no, I'm just telling you real quickly, just from what you and I are talking about, and let me know if I'm too far away from my mic or not. But
no, sometimes you do sound like you're too loud, but I think that's just when you adjust yourself
back and forth. But just listening to the phone and hearing you and hearing me, we both sound really clear and really like it's a mellow tone. It's not over. We're not yelling or anything like that. So everything's good through the phone.
Cool.
What I was gonna say though is that I think that probably is a good idea. You know, kind of go back a year and see where it ended up, where we ended up last year to where we're ending up this year. You know, a lot's changed, man. I mean, the landscape has changed, right? So I mean, there's a couple different things, but one of the things I was gonna tell you was on the for when we were talking about Alexa and all that, but I was thinking that maybe 30 minutes before we actually. Like obviously we'll be live at 5:30, but 30 minutes before the actual show starts, we would already be talking, have our own little panel of what.
Yeah.
And because AJ and I were talking about, you know, who's gonna win this Royal Rumble, men and women, and what's your dark horse? You know, who do you think? Who do you want? Like a deep, you know, it's anybody else is who is it gonna be? But you know, a lot of people are saying with Alexa, man, and you said Alexa right now. I mean, I know you like Alexa and all that, but honestly.
Yeah,
I'm not all about her, dude, at all. And I don't want to put off all my rounds right now, but you know, I have and I'm speaking of solely product, in-ring product, you know, and that's my issue with her. But you know, again, we can go into a little bit later or whatever. It's not many matches, you know. I mean, the biggest thing, obviously, it's the Rumbles, you know, and who we're thinking is actually going to do it. The Universal Championship match, so that one we honestly don't know what the fuck's gonna happen, dude. You never know what's.
To me, like when it comes to like the quality of the match, like you have your AJ Styles and your Daniel Bryan, who like it doesn't matter what story they're trying to tell. It doesn't matter. Their matches are going to be good. Alexa Bliss does not have that Charlotte Flair technicality, you know. But one thing she has that Charlotte Flair also has is a storytelling. Alexa Bliss is not the best wrestler by any means. But she can tell a story with her face. She makes the crowd react in a certain way that she wants them to react. You know what I mean? She's not the most athletic, but she's telling a good story in the ring just by the way she moves, why she does the things she does, the way she breaks her arm. You know how like it overextends the other way. Like just some of the things she does, I really like her, and I also like her. But that's not the reason why I want her to succeed. To me, she's like the total package in a way. To me, she's almost a total package. My favorite, I mean, I would have to agree with you here, Charlotte Flair. Charlie Flair for me. See, I mean, that's Bay, dude. Like, I don't care
Do you
what
see my
anybody
screen?
says. That again?
Do you see my screen?
Do I see your screen?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Wait.
never mind. When you said that, I agree with you. Charlotte Flair is like, oh, because I pulled up my match card and with my little notes and my predictions or whatever. I was
Oh
like,
no.
Dang, what the fuck?
No. That would be psychic as fuck. No, I'm actually trying to. I have a GoPro camera, and I'm trying to see how to set it up so me and Junior can fucking just live stream on this motherfucker. To at least get a picture of us. But
I don't know. It just
I kind of don't. Yeah, I kind of don't want to do that, to be honest, because I want to at least like decorate my walls with like some things so it can look better.
I mean, I think as long as you change the picture to something that or put the image, of something current or whatever.
Yeah, I'll do that.
At the same time, you can point. I don't know how are you watching this show, anyways, on the TV? How are you even watching the?
Oh, I'm gonna have to watch it on the computer.
Try it right now.
I didn't think about that. I ain't fucking think about that. Okay.
Think about this, because maybe I don't know, but maybe.
No, yeah, we're not allowed to watch it.
You won't be able to stream it this way. Yeah, I know for sure you won't be able to do it.
I can't do it.
Okay, then maybe, and you're not gonna want to watch this shit on your phones.
No, I know.
You need to talk to AJ and see if you can get one of his TVs from his house.
Right. Well, I do have a TV. I have a big TV we can watch it from, but I do not have. Oh, you know what? Never mind. We can totally do that.
If you have a TV, AJ has a Chromecast.
No, right. The thing is, like, I don't have my PlayStation anymore, but I do have a laptop. I could just put it on the laptop and watch it. We'll watch it from there. We'll figure this out, man. It won't be a big deal.
Like, we can't live stream their stream, right?
No, absolutely not.
I mean, obviously you can, but you're gonna get shut down real quick.
Yeah.
But what I was saying was that nah, dude, don't watch it on the laptop way. Get the fucking TV out, dude, and have it.
No. I'm gonna link up my laptop to the TV.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, that even better. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That works.
Yeah, that'll work.
As long as, man, you want to watch this shit. And to be honest with you, man, I don't know what fucking pops from both of the match cards for the Royal Rumble here, for men and women, man. Like, there's still 10 spots open, dude. I don't know who the fuck they're gonna be putting in there.
Really? I mean, men and women?
Men and women both currently who are 100% competing in it. They're only up to like 20 in each. 19, I think, for the women, and then like 20 for the men. So
I already know
a lot of spots, man.
We're gonna have some jokes, and then we're gonna have some I guess some serious wrestlers, right? Some legit.
And I was talking to AJ just the other day, though, because I thought Kenny O, because there was the whole thing about the rumor about how what WWE offered the Young Bucks. Right. And what they offered him was something to do with, like, do 6 shows, and if you don't like it after 6 shows, then you can opt out and can be completely done, so I thought to myself, I was like, well, shit, why don't they, maybe they can extend something like that to Kenny. If Kenny doesn't like it, then he can take off, and so, but they just like, nah, dude, like look it up, man, because he literally is under contract till January 31st. I'm like, okay, but New Japan, they're not the type of company to tell you, hey, no, you can't do shit. Fuck that. No, nobody. You can't do anything. They're not assholes like that. If you're going to re-sign with them, they're fine with you just doing whatever you're going to do.
There's a specific WWE is like the UFC, where their contracts state you can only be promoted by them. But something like New Japan, all their contract means is you have to show up for these dates. However, if you want to do business with someone else, I think you totally can.
But that's why I thought to myself, like, that's why they didn't say anything about Kenny Omega and AEW yet. Like, I understand why. Like, that makes sense to me. Like, he can still go to AEW. Just let him try it out here and see what the fuck he says. If he doesn't like it, then he doesn't like it. We'll see what happens. I think Kevin Owens. I think he should be one of the. I think he's going to be one of the surprise guys. Kevin Owens. Sammy, I don't, a lot of, a couple of those cats that came from injury.
Fucking Kevin Nash.
I don't know about Kevin Nash. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
one.
I know. I hope we get some guests, some old school guys, some geezers. You know, that's
I
always
don't
fun.
know if I don't know if Shane Helms Hurricane. I don't know if he's gonna do it again this year or not. I listened to his podcast on Wednesday. He didn't drop any eggs about it or anything like that. So I just don't think so. But he's always booked all over the place doing other things anyway. So I don't know if he might be there. Who knows?
Right. Yeah, we'll figure that one out.
I wouldn't be surprised if Nakamura, because I don't think Nakamura is going to win his match against Rusev. I wouldn't be surprised if Nakamura is in the Royal Rumble afterwards, though, too. It would make sense in a way. Not that he's going to do anything.
Right. I mean, the way they've used him so far, like I was so pumped up for him, and I still am, man. I'm still a big fan of him. Just from a technical standpoint, his story, he's pretty good. But
dude, I just, to me, dude, wrestling, dude, you gotta lay your shit in, dude. Like that's the biggest thing to me. That's what I love. It's like you really lay your shit in. Not everybody does that. Not everybody can trust you to do that either. Well, Nakamura, I think that he's the type of cat that he can work that style, but if you don't want to work that way, he has a hard time with you, man. And I don't think he can work with just anybody either. I think there's only specific points that he can work with.
Well, speaking of like getting it in, dude, fucking Joe. I've been waiting. I'm a big fan of Joe, dude. Fucking, he's a total package, dude. The biggest,
That's why I have on my dark horse, man. I don't think he's gonna win, dude, but that's my dark horse for the Royal Rumble.
I think he was close to like getting the championship until he got injured. He's like, shit, now he has to start all over again. But I'm sure if they give him a chance, he would be one of the best ones, dude. He's a hard worker. He moves great. For his age,
dude. He needs that belt, dude. He really does. I wish they did give it to him already and let him do his thing.
He needs it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna get pissed off. He's business, man. He's gonna go to what is it? ABW? What is it called?
AEW, All Elite.
AEW. What does this stand for?
All Elite Wrestling.
All Elite Wrestling. Yeah, I need to touch up on that. I'm gonna try not to talk about that during the podcast because I'm sound like an asshole. Because I really don't know too much except from the little things.
Like, just start your sentence off like that. Just say, "Hey, I just know the little things here." So whatever. Sure. I keep up with it as much as I can. I know AJ does too. There's different things, man. I mean, there's waters brewing everywhere, dude. Not just through AEW, but Ring of Honor's being a little different too with what they're letting talent do with AEW, New Japan as well. I think people, as well as these promotions all work together. I guess they're even Lucha Underground. A lot of these other promotions are not always going to let you do something with their own promotion and AEW. Does that make sense? Obviously, in the Indies, you can work Ring of Honor and New Japan, and you can go all these different places, and that's all well and good. But with AEW, I guess like Ring of Honor specifically, last I heard is that they're not going to let their talent always go over there and do AEW stuff.
Well, yeah, that's a big deal, man. I mean, if I was in AEW, like I wouldn't want anything else. That's big money. You want to make that play. You want to compete with the WWE. You want to do it there for sure. I mean, that's gonna bring the new attitude era, man. It really is, because like if you just look at politics in general with the whole Donald Trump thing, there's a lot of people who are getting sick and tired of people who are just complaining, about getting their feelings hurt. You can't say these things. You can't do these things because people get their feelings hurt. And got to save the turtles. Don't drink them straws, whatever. So there's also the backlash to that. There's the people that are like, man, fuck all this, man. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You're ruining our fucking our freedoms, So the new attitude era is gonna have to reflect that, and I'm pretty sure WWE is going to react to that.
I think also though is that WWE has a broader audience to attract. They're trying to get everybody from 5 years old to 55 years old. You know what I'm saying? AEW doesn't do that. AEW, all they're going to be concerned about is our age group, your 20s and 30s age group that wants that shit laid in. They're the ones who want the attitude. So AEW, I do think they're going to be successful, man. Don't get me wrong. I do think so. I just think that they're going to be missing out on some extra money just because of the younger generations. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like because if you think about it, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you never would have you know, how many times have you seen any New Japan shows 5, 10 years ago? Only if you went out and searched for it and looked for it, right? But New Japan is a style that's been around for a long time with the Chris Benoits and the Eddies. You know, the New Japan's been around forever, right? That's that same style. And now everybody likes New Japan because of that style, dude. They've been like that forever, dude. And so, they attract a certain audience. When's the last time you seen a fucking child in that motherfucker holding up a sign like that? You know, they don't do that. You know, it's not children there. It's adults. You know, it's the younger adults, the older generation. But you know, they're successful that way. And I think AEW is going to do the same thing, but here in the States where people can travel, you know, not everybody can just travel to Japan. Hey, let's just go and let's fuck it, you know. But here in the States, you're going to be able to, you know, and we'll see what happens, man. But I do think that you're right, the attitude, because they're not going to have, and I guess they're still trying to work out their TV deal. They will have a TV deal from everything that I've read and heard. Yeah. They will have a TV deal with one of the major, you know, one of the major ones, not one like not Pop TV, you know, like nobody fucking gets Pop TV, you know, like with Impact. They're gonna have to have a real network that anybody can get on your normal streaming services or your normal channels, you know. But they're gonna be bringing that attitude, like you're saying. But even when you're bringing that attitude, you still gotta watch what the fuck you gotta say, you know. And so I think that will, you know, that's not gonna take away from them, because these guys are business guys. They're gonna make their money anyways, you know. And the way Cody and the Bucks are as promoters, you know, they'll make it work.
Well, you know what? On top of that,
the attitude definitely. You're completely right.
There's another thing too that I've noticed, just like on the sidelines. When I talk to people, I have quite a bit of friends who are really into just the UFC in general. And when you bring up WWE, they kind of laugh. You know, they're like, "Yeah, WWE." They always say it's fake, it's fake. It's like, well, duh. But anyways, that's like the attitude they have. But if you talk to them about Stone Cold or The Rock, they're like, "Oh yeah, I remember those days. Those days were badass." So what I'm trying to say is, like, there's a lot of people who loved wrestling who don't give a shit about wrestling anymore because they grew up, quote unquote. But with AEW, that could bring that audience, that UFC audience, into it. Because I don't know if you remember back in the days, it was like Ken Shamrock and there was Dan Severn. Those were legit UFC guys who were also into wrestling. Yeah, wrestling's fake, but there was a little bit more legitimacy in there. You know, they had shit like the Brawl for Alls, or I think that's what it was called, where people were legit boxing in a wrestling ring. Like, shit like that is like,
dude, it's gonna work. I listened to a couple of different podcasts, wrestling podcasts, and there was one where it was Bruce Pritchard. He used to be one of the writers and producers and everything back in the day. But he would bring up stories like that, man, about, you know, what you're talking about, these guys boxing in the WWE ring and all that. But he's like, man, dude, it would suck, dude, whenever we'd have to go to Georgia and shit like that, and it's a work. But they still need you to get your licenses, and you got to get all type of permits and all that, kind of like, dude, we're here for one night, man. Let's just get in and get out, man. But I remember, I know what you're talking about. I do think that people say that all the time. It's fake. Everybody knows it's not fake. Everybody knows it's a work. Okay, I mean, I knew watching Titanic that Leonardo DiCaprio is gonna be okay tomorrow. Okay. It's a work. It's a performance. You're seeing a performance. Don't take away from the performance, you know.
Yeah.
But the only way to make people not believe that, or not to think that, oh, it's fake, is by laying your shit in, and not, you don't see people backstage. I don't like that, what they do right now with the whole social media and everything that they do, you know.
Yeah.
We're too much into their own personal things, that I want these guys to stay heels and stay, you know, faces. You know, if you're a face, you do all the publicity, then that's all well and good. But if you're a heel, don't do that. You know.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. They cross the lines too much.
Yeah, but I think with AEW, you know, in general with All Elite, I'll just bring, I don't know if you know the story or not, but just specifically with All Elite is, you know, your Hangman, Kenny, the Bucks, and Cody, okay?
Yeah.
But this whole thing, I don't know if you saw the match or not, but this whole thing that was happening between Cody and Kenny, and far as, oh, who's going to be leading the Bullet Club and this and that or whatever, right? There was heat between those two guys, right? it was a work the entire time for like 6 months. These two guys knew that people would want to tune in to their show on YouTube because they have an All Elite show on YouTube. People knew that they were good, though, that people want to see, real heat between people, right? But they didn't know if this shit between Cody and Kenny was for real. Shit was happening in the ring. Shit was happening out of the ring. They let you see the things that they wanted you to see. But after this whole thing ended and they everything came all good, whatever. Cody was talking about, he's like, yeah, I know it sucked too because Kenny was one of my best friends, man. And it sucked that during this whole thing that we were doing this thing, I couldn't talk to him. I couldn't let people see me and him talk like together.
Oh, that's true.
And it's like it sucks because that's one of my best friends, But it's a work. We're doing something, we're trying to get people in, and that's what you have to do. And so tying that back to AEW, I think that AEW, there's so many social media followings that are already signed that had good followings, I just, whatever story you're telling, I think that they will be more successful as long as they keep, you keep your heels as heels and you keep your faces as faces. We don't need to see the backstage shit. You let us see what you want us to see, not what we want to see, in a sense, as far as heat, as far as like real heat,
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think that's the way to do it. And what we're doing, the armchair booking, right? That's what we're talking about here. I just don't think that they're just going to go at it in a different approach, because the way that Cody has said it and Khan has said it is that we're going to do what we want to do. We're not going to model ourselves after New Japan. We're not going to model ourselves as a WWE. We don't want that. We want to do our own. And you think about it, well, WCW, ECW, well, they were kind of competing each other, but they were all trying to model each other as well.
They were copying each other a lot.
You were promoting. I mean, you promoted and you did all this and that. Yeah, okay, fine, but you didn't do what you wanted to do, and I think that's a big difference, man. And I think AEW, the way they're doing it with Sam Khan backing them up, man, they're gonna have the money for it. So, Khan being, I don't know if you know this guy or not, but the Khan is the Khan family. They're the ones who are backing the money for this All Elite Wrestling. They're the owners of the Jaguars.
Are they American?
Actually, they actually own a couple of teams. Not a couple of, but they own a football club in Europe.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I forgot. And you know how the Euro dollars. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
These fuckers got money, dude. But they have the money there. But the key to them and the way that they've been talking about it, they don't care what WWE is doing. They don't care what New Japan's doing. They care how they want to go, and that's their plan. That's their model, Right. And I think that's the way you have to be, especially with the new startup, a new startup company. And then signing Chris Jericho, that was a good signing too. So.
Wait, I'm sorry. Chris Jericho?
Chris Jericho is signed. Chris Jericho is signed to AEW.
Oh, he's like legit signed?
3 years signed. I think it was a 3-year deal. 2 or 3 year deal.
What?
Legit.
I knew he was going to be a part of it, but I didn't know that's a big ass contract.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can always dive into it. There's a couple of videos you can look up on YouTube. It'll catch you up pretty quickly. But just a quick thing, because there was a podcast that I listened to pretty recently with Chris Jericho and how this whole kind of transpired in the past couple of years. A really good listen. But he was saying how, his whole intention was never to sign a commitment deal like that. He signed 6 dates with New Japan. That was his deal. 6 dates, not 6 years, not a year. No, it lasted over a couple of years, but he signed for 6 matches. That's what he signed for. And so, he capitalized on that. It was all well and good. But here, the way Kenny and I don't know about Kenny, but the way Cody and the Bucks and the way they promoted it and the way they pitched it, I guess, to Jericho, and with the Khan family and everything like that, is like they need a big star that everybody knows. I mean, Chris Jericho's been in the game for 30 years, right?
Fucking Chris Jericho, hell yeah.
But everybody knows his name. There's no. It's hard to believe that anybody does not know who Chris Jericho is.
Yeah, he is a big deal,
but
without a doubt.
If I told you Jackson, Chris Jackson, they're like, who the fuck's that?
Right.
So it's like Do you know who the Young Bucks are? I seen the clips. Who are they?
I've heard of the Young Bucks,
Yeah,
and I don't really know who they are.
So,
You know?
okay. I'll see you later. Okay. Like, who are the Young Bucks? Who are these guys? Who's Kenny Omega? Kenny Omega? Who's that? Cody. Who's Cody? Oh, I remember Cody. He used to be at WWE, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Like shit like that. Okay. Now Cody's a big star. Don't get me wrong. I'm just kind of losing.
Oh yeah, I
using
know.
his name. Everybody knows who Cody Rhodes is, but
Yeah.
But Chris Jericho, that was the big deal. I guess the way the Bucks and the way the Khan family and Cody, the way they all wanted, like, we need Jericho, okay, because he's gonna bring the legitimacy to the program, to the AEW.
Yes, sir.
Because that, I guess that was more of a bargaining chip because they need that name so that they can get TV deals. Because you gotta pitch to all these different. If you go to NBC and you're like, hey, NBC, look, we got this new product, this and that, okay, well, who's your guys? We know what USA is doing and what Fox is going to be purchasing from WWE, and they have all these different guys. Who do you have? Oh, well, we have the Young Bucks. Who are they? It all ties back together. So that's why they needed Jericho. So Jericho did. He signed. I'm pretty sure it was 3 years, but maybe it might have been 2. But definitely, he is 100% signed with AEW. He's not doing anything else, as far as with WWE, New Japan, or anything like that. It's strictly AEW. And we don't know exactly what's going to happen or how many matches he's going to be doing. I mean, obviously he's not as young anymore, so I don't think he's going to be doing too many matches back to back or anything like that.
That's true, but he is a force to be reckoned with on the microphone.
Oh, dude! If you can't keep up, it's the same way like with The Rock and Stone Cold, right? If you can't keep up with them, don't fucking try it, dude. Do not book it, because that dude will eat you up, dog. And it's straight up, and he's nasty on the mic. He was nasty at New Japan too, being the heel that he was doing in New Japan. So looking like King Diamond and shit over there in New Japan. I don't know if you noticed it or not.
No.
If you just look up, just put Chris Jericho New Japan outfits, some shit like that,
That's G. That's
G. Dude, I'm telling you, he looked just like King Diamond. The first time I saw him, oh, dude, this guy. I'm not saying he's ripping off King Diamond. He just looked like King Diamond. He wasn't ripping him off or anything like that.
I mean, even if he did, props to him. That's
he
is being a god.
He reinvents himself. That's what he cares about, because that's
what he's always done. He's always done it well.
Exactly, because he's not going to bring back. Well, actually, let me let you know this now. He talked about this whole thing with WWE because he talked to Vince quite a few times before this even happened with AEW, and he came out and open about it in this podcast. He talked about it, and he's like, "Look, with WWE, they called me a bunch of times. Well, not a bunch of them. They called me a handful of times." And we were talking about, doing this and doing that. But they kept kind of pitching him bringing back the list, the list of Jericho. They kept wanting to bring that back. And he's like, I was proud of the list, but I don't want to come back and just do the list all over again.
That sounds like Jericho.
Yeah, exactly. That's complete Jericho. So, but he's like, look, every time I told him, I pitched this idea. They're like, oh yeah, I'll get back to you. 2 months, 3 months. Literally that much time. And so
you would imagine someone like Chris Jericho should have creative control. He earned it.
That's why he deals directly with Vince. The phone calls that he's getting is him and Vince. It's not
one-on-one with Vince.
It's not Paul or Triple H. It's not those guys calling him. Obviously he does talk to Triple H, but when the way he was talking on the podcast is that he's talking directly to Vince, and Vince is like, okay, well, we'll see what happens. We'll call you back. We'll touch base. But it would go 2-3 months and he wouldn't hear anything. And that happened a few times. But with AEW, they kept calling him, and he's wanted. It's the sense of being wanted, And Sam, the Khan family and AEW wanted him. They gave the offer. And so if WWE is not going to do it or match it, then, and especially if you're not going to do anything differently with him and you want him to do the same shit again, then what's the point? In Chris Jericho's mind, and I agree. I don't want Chris Jericho to be the same Jericho. I'm it ran its course with Kevin Owens, and that's fine. Be done with it. Move on. So we'll see what happens, man.
It's hard to forget too. At the end of the day, this is business.
You know, I would imagine there's all this loyalty going around, and I'm sure there is, but no, it's also business at the end of the day for sure. So there shouldn't be any hard feelings.
No, the way he made it seem is that there's no hard feelings from his side. If anybody from WWE is gonna badmouth him, he'll let him. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't fucking care, you know. But he's not gonna be badmouthing them, is what he was saying. Like, there's no point. Right. AEW made the offer. I told WWE about it. They didn't match it. Then that was it. It like you're saying, it's business. You know, I mean, obviously, yeah, we want Jericho back, right? Okay, but you know what? I saw Jericho, even though he's not part of WWE, I still saw Jericho in New Japan. You know, all the press conferences, all the run-ins that he did, you know, like all that kind of shit. Like you can find it. You know, it's not a big deal. And even with AEW, okay, he's not with WWE, so what? You know, we're still gonna get a premium Jericho. You know, I mean, shit. If you think about it, people will bitch about his age, and maybe he can't go back to back on, you know, shows. He can't do Sunday and then Monday again or something like that, right? But you know what? You know, if you think about it too, you know, Ric Flair has been in the game for so long, or was in the game for so long, well into his 50s and 60s. You know, he never went back to back. They never asked him to. He did the job, and you know, he made it an attraction. You know what I'm saying? Jericho's an attraction now, you know, like if you're going to promote him, that's going to put asses to the seats, but it's up to him to keep putting more, you know, but he is the attraction, you know, and he doesn't have to go every night. He doesn't have to appear every night, you know.
That's a good point, man. He doesn't have to be there all the time. He doesn't have to be John Cena, you know, doesn't have to do this for the rest of his life.
Now, I'm not saying he should go full Brock Lesnar or anything like that either, right? But
that's like exaggeration.
Yeah, you know, but he doesn't have to be there every night because he doesn't need to. Now, what's the extent of it?
I'm about to test out the other microphone, so let me know if they're both equal in volume. Okay.
Okay.
So just give me 1 second. I'm gonna unplug it right quick. Come on. Okay, one. Oh, there goes that feedback. Can you hear me here?
I hear you a lot louder on this one.
Not louder, right? Okay.
Yeah. Maybe
is it better now?
Smoother.
Is it back to normal around here?
Do again?
Is it back to normal around here? The volume?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Okay. Let me test the other one now. What about this one? Is it too loud? Too low?
No, it's about the same.
About the same? Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Left microphone, right microphone. Sounds the same?
Go left and right again.
Left microphone, right microphone.
Right microphone sounds a little bit more deeper, but not in a bad way. Like it's fine.
Okay, maybe it's because this one actually has a muff. Like I have the little sock over it.
Oh, okay.
This one's just dry. I need to find that. Oh, yeah, I can actually hear it now myself. Yeah, I just need to get that little sock that goes over it. I need to find it.
Mr. Socko.
Mr. Sock, no baby squeak. But anyways, okay, everything's good. Okay, these microphones are set up. They're both, I guess, they're not gonna be perfect, but they're equally EQ'd. I think it's good.
I think it also depends on where AJ is going to be sitting too, though. I don't know how you're going to have the stand or how you're going to have the microphone planted. So you might have to add more.
Yeah. I actually have this desk. It can kind of fit two people, and the microphones are equally spread out. So I'm going to be on the left side or right side. It doesn't matter, but we should be good.
Microphones up.
We're not going to get each other. What's up?
Are both microphones going to be up?
Yeah. Two separate microphones are running right now.
Oh, so one for you, one for AJ then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that works out. I thought you were going to be sharing the one.
No. It's just I was trying to do that last time, but it's like it just didn't work out. You know, it wasn't good.
And the way you have to angle yourself and everything as well, though. So
the thing is too is like you're doing this for like 4 hours, like you get uncomfortable. So the way I set it up now, like we both have comfortable chairs, we both have like the Joe Rogan mic stands, and
right.
Everything should be fine and dandy. Okay, so we got like an hour. Junior said he's gonna be here by 5.
Okay.
You still gotta go to the store?
It's just down the road. I just gotta place my order real quick and go pick it up. I wanted to eat around 5. I wanted to eat before the show.
Yeah, I understand.
I don't want to be, I'm gonna be drinking. I'm gonna be drinking my beer and stuff like that. But I'm gonna be cutting off my mic when I do that.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. Actually, I need to go to the store too. I need to just get some snacks and buy some cigarettes and.
Okay, so we can leave off right now. Let's. I don't wonder. Should I just? Oh, okay, I leave the call here. So we can just go ahead and sign off now.
Yeah, we'll just do it again. If anything, whenever we get back, I guess I'll like by 5:20
I'm back, and just let me know. I'll be back. When I say I'm back in front of my laptop and everything. I'm all square.
Gotcha. I think it'll be a good idea to actually hold on before you go. Let me see. Let me look back at this. Let me see. So events. I gotta go back to Chrome. Where is it? Okay, so hold on. This is it. I was trying to figure out if there's a way to no, I mean actually we're good. We'll just do it again. We don't have to start exactly at 6, you know. If anything, we should start it like, you know, whenever we feel like it. You know, it doesn't really matter.
Well, I thought that we would like I said, I thought all three of us would go to be on at 5, 5:30 or something like that. What?
I get it.